right, are you ready for our Vowel Buddy spelling challenge? Remember, when two vowels go a walkin', the first one does the talkin'. Here we go. First word, float. Float. I will float down the river. Pause it so you have more time. Here we go. Float. Next word, beach. Let's go to the beach. Beach. Here it is, B-E-A-C-H. Next word, use your brain. 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 Remember your vowel buddies. Brain is B-R-A-I-N. Next word, spray. Like a spray bottle of water. Spray. S-P-R-A-Y. Next word, queen. I'm the queen of my classroom. Here it is. Q-U is qua. Q-U-E-E-N. Next word, mouth. M-ow-th. You can do this. M-O-U-T-H. Next word, book. B-ook. Always find a good book. B-O-O-K. I bet you knew that one. Next word, a kind of easy one. Spoon. Spoon. Use your fork and spoon. S-P-O-O-N. Next word, launch. The rocket will launch. Launch. In school, we said a lunch for this word. L-A-U-N-C-H. Tough one. We are on the very last word, toes. Toes. Her toes were cold. T-O-E-S. Where in the world is Minnie Palmer?
Hey, second graders. Minnie Palmer here, checking in from another secret location. Are you ready for your clues? Clue 1. It is in Minnesota. Clue 2. When you say the name of it, it sounds like you're laughing. And clue 3, you will really fall in love with this place. Good luck!
Welcome back to Author's Purpose, where we use the word pie to remember the 3 main reasons why authors write books. So let's take a closer look at each word right now. The P means persuade. The author is trying to convince you to do something. Could be an ad in a newspaper, a magazine, or a commercial. There are also books that are written to persuade you. The I stands for inform. The author is teaching you about something. Almost all of our nonfiction books that we read are written for this purpose. Today I'm going to read you a nonfiction book, and this is the author's purpose of the book we're reading today. The last reason authors write is the E in pie for entertainment. The author is telling a story or trying to make you laugh, and we could add or cry. They're just trying to get you emotionally involved in the story. A lot of books you read are probably written for this purpose. Yesterday, our book Fireflies might have been written for this purpose. I've had other students tell me they think Fireflies was written to inform us that it's harmful to keep fireflies. What do you think? Happy Tuesday, second graders. I thought I would read this book today called How Are Insects Helpful? Because first of all, we love learning facts, but also a lot of people are scared of or don't like insects. I will admit it, I was one of those as well. And I was scared of insects most of my childhood, and I still might run and scream if I see an insect nowadays. All right, let's get started. What is an insect? An insect is a kind of animal called an invertebrate. An invertebrate is an animal that does not have a backbone. Insects belong to a big group of invertebrates called arthropods. All insects have 6 legs and 3 main body sections. Many insects also have wings, and you can see the 3 sections right here. What do you think? The wasp on the right is an insect, and how can you tell? Well, I showed you there's 3 body sections and 6 legs. Awesome armor. Instead of a backbone, an insect has a hard covering over its body called an exoskeleton. An exoskeleton protects the insect's body and helps to keep it dry. And here's a cockroach and a beetle, and they both have the hard exoskeleton. Insects are important. Insects are important to many living things. Insects help plants, animals, and people. Insects are food for many other animals and even some plants. Without insects, these animals and plants would not be able to survive. The Venus flytrap is a kind of plant that eats insects. Look at that here. It's a very interesting plant that snaps shut on insects when they're lured in. We need insects. Many plants also need insects to help them make seeds. Seeds grow into new plants. Insects provide people with items such as honey and silk. Keep reading to find out other ways insects are important to the planet. Here's some: moth, a honeybee, a grasshopper, and a praying mantis. More than half of all the animals on Earth are insects. Think about how different the world would be without them. Food for other animals. All animals must eat to stay alive. Insects are food for many other animals. Spiders, scorpions, bats, birds, and frogs are just some of the animals that eat insects. Without insects, these animals would not have enough food to eat. What do you think? This bird is called a bee eater. Can you guess what kind of insect is his favorite food? Oh my goodness, look at that bee right in his beak. Ouch! Insect eater. Some animals must eat a lot of insects in order to survive. For example, anteaters eat thousands of ants and termites every day. They search for ants and termites on the ground and in trees. Anteaters use their long noses to search for ants and termites. That is a long nose, isn't it? Eating pests. Insects must eat to stay alive too. Some insects eat plants and others eat animals. Some insects that eat animals help Earth by eating pests. Pests can damage plants that animals and people eat. Whiteflies are pests that can damage vegetable plants. The pirate bug is an insect that eats these pests. There he is, the pirate bug, eating these young whiteflies. Ladybugs eat aphids. Aphids are tiny insects that kill milkweed plants by sucking juice from the plant's stem. Milkweed is an important food for monarch caterpillars. Ladybugs help to protect this food source by eating the aphids. Here we've got our ladybug, our aphid. Here they're on the milkweed stem, and there is a monarch caterpillar. Cleanup crews. Other insects such as flies and beetles are helpful because they are scavengers. Scavengers are animals that eat dead plants and animals. Scavengers help keep natural areas clean and healthy. These flies are scavengers. They are eating a dead fish. Dinner time. Some scavengers even eat animal waste. Dung beetles are insects that eat animal waste. These insects help keep animal waste from piling up. Too much waste can make other living things sick. And it says dung beetles roll animal waste into balls. This makes their food easier to move. Yuck! What do you think? Termites are insects that feed on dead wood. Are they scavengers? Why or why not? Spreading pollen. Some plants need pollen from other plants in order to make seeds. Insects such as moths, bees, and butterflies can carry pollen from one plant to another. Moving pollen from one plant to another is called pollination. And there is a moth, and you see the pollen stuck on him. What do you think? What would be different about Earth if there were no pollinators? Think about that with your families for a second. Helping plants grow. Insects eat pollen from flowers. When an insect lands on a flower, some of the pollen rubs off onto its body. This pollen then rubs off the insect on the next flower it lands on. Flowers that have pollen from other plants can make seeds. New plants grow from the seeds. Insects pollinate at least 90 different fruits and vegetable plants. Oh, so they are very important. Making honey and beeswax. Honeybees help with pollination, but they also make honey and beeswax inside their bodies. People eat honey, and they use beeswax to make candles, crayons, and other items. Soap can be made from beeswax. There's some beeswax candles, and of course, one of my favorite foods, honey. Sweet honey. Honeybees collect nectar from flowers. They bring the nectar back to their hives where it is turned into honey and stored for food. The honey a bee eats is made into beeswax inside the bee's body. Bees use the wax when building their hives. Beekeepers are people who collect the honey stored in the hives that the bees do not need. So here's the wax, and you can see the honey inside. And look at this brave beekeeper. Making silk. Silkworm caterpillars are also helpful insects. Silkworm caterpillars make cocoons before they turn into moths. The cocoons are made of silk. People use this silk to make material for clothing and other items. Silk is shiny, soft, and strong. Silkworm cocoons are white or yellow. The silk can later be dyed to make different colors. Strong silk. Silkworm caterpillars can make about 6 inches, 15 centimeters, of silk in just 1 minute. People can use the silk to make dresses, pajamas, scarves, ties, and curtains. It takes over 1,000 cocoons to collect enough material to make just one silk dress. And here are some silk items: a silk scarf, silk tie, and silk pajamas. Dirt diggers. Some insects, such as ants, are helpful because they dig tunnels through dirt. As they dig, they move deep layers of dirt up to the top of the ground. This helps keep the dirt fertile. Dirt that is fertile is full of important nutrients. Anthills are created as ants move dirt from underground to the surface. Full of nutrients. Nutrients are natural substances that help plants and animals grow and stay healthy. All kinds of plants grow fertile dirt. Animals and people eat these plants. People also eat the fruits and vegetables that come from many of these plants. Strawberry plants grow tasty fruit in fertile dirt. Here is your assignment for today. This is a fiction passage called Hunting Ghost Crabs, and I want you to compare it to the story you heard yesterday, Fireflies, the one by Julie Brinklow. And I want you to tell me, how is this passage like Fireflies and how is it different? Now, if you want to see a video of a real ghost crab, I did link one on our assignment sheet today. That's just optional, but sometimes it's fun to make real life connections. I can't wait to see your answers.